Michael Reiser, and welcome to Part 8 of Living with COPD. Now, in this segment, we're going to learn how to read and understand those nutrition labels you find on packages of food that you buy at the market. Now, these labels are pretty much the standard ones used in the United States, Canada, Great Britain, and other areas of the world as well. The label is not only a good source of nutritional facts about the food, but it also allows you to compare the brand with other brands so that you can get the nutritional value that best fits you and your family's needs. So let's start off now at the top of the label with the serving size. Now, the serving size is usually less than what most people eat. So if you eat 2 servings, make sure that you double all of the daily values listed on the label. Also, when comparing foods, make sure the serving sizes are the same. Now, in this area, you'll also find the number of servings within the food container itself. And this is most useful when comparing the nutritional and economic value of the food with other brands. Now, next down the list we have calories. Now, the calorie is just more or less a measure of energy use. So, and what we find here is we find the number of calories and the number of calories from fat. Now, the number of calories is based on a 2,000 calorie per day diet, and the rule here is not to have more than 30% of those 2,000 calories come from fat. You don't want any more than that. And so now down the list we go to fat itself, and this lists the total amount of fat in one serving. Now, the major kinds of fats in foods we eat are saturated, polyunsaturated, monounsaturated, and trans fatty acids. Saturated fats and trans fats raise blood cholesterol. So be careful to keep saturated fats to a minimum and keep your daily fat intake to right around 65 grams or a little less. Now, next down the list here we'll have cholesterol. And cholesterol is a waxy fat-like substance that's made in the liver. And it's also found in foods from animals such as meat, eggs, and whole milk. So too much cholesterol in your body can lead to clogging of the arteries and other heart-related diseases. However, a small amount of cholesterol is required to meet your body's daily needs. So try to consume less than 300 milligrams of cholesterol each day. Now, next down the list we have sodium. Now, sodium or salt levels can raise blood pressure to dangerous levels. So try to keep your daily intake below 2,400 milligrams per day. Many processed foods contain high levels of sodium, so be sure to consider these levels that are in the food already that you ultimately buy. Now, moving on down, next on the list we'll find carbohydrates. And these help give you energy and can be found in bread, pasta, potatoes, fruits, and vegetables. And the rule here is try to keep the levels to about 300 grams a day in carbohydrates. And following that, now we'll have dietary fiber. And it's important for a healthy heart and proper digestion. So your intake here should be right about 25 grams per day. Next down the list we have protein. Now, protein helps build muscle. It's found in meat, nuts, eggs, fish, and dry beans. So when eating meats, try to eat only lean cuts and keep your daily protein intake to about 50 grams. Now, moving across to the other side of the label there from what all of the nutrients we just read, the numbers are over here represent how much of the recommended amounts of these nutrients are in one serving. And these servings are based on a 2,000 calorie a day diet. So these percentages make it easier to compare one brand with another. Just make sure the serving sizes are the same. But the goal is to ultimately eat 100% of each nutrient each day. Now moving down, we'll find in this next area vitamins and minerals. And this area will let you know just how much of the recommended daily amounts of certain vitamins and minerals are in the food. Once again, your goal is to reach 100% intake of these vitamins and minerals. Now next down the list we find recommended amounts. This area shows the recommended amount, daily amounts for two calorie intake levels, for 2,000 calories per day and one for a 2,500 calorie per day diet. Now your recommended daily calories may be higher or lower depending on your age, gender, and how active you are. However, notice the recommended amounts of sodium and cholesterol remain the same at both levels, no matter how many calories you eat per day. Well, that's it. That's just plain and simple. It's not a difficult thing to do. I hope you've had a little better understanding, my kitty, of the food nutrition labels and how they're to be used to help you with your dietary needs. Join me next time for more Living with COPD, and remember, breathe well, people. Breathe well.